Season 4 of Vanguard and Warzone is here, and with it are some brand new weapons, including the Marco 5 SMG and the UGM8 LMG. You're probably wanting to rank up these weapons as fast as possible, or just get around to ranking up some weapons that you haven't ranked up yet. Which, by the way, is a good idea because you never know what the meta is going to be from week to week. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to rank up weapons as fast as possible in Warzone, even in some instances going from rank 1 to 70 in just 1 hour, which is quite incredible considering this amounts to about 150,000 XP. So I'm going to start by showing you a great method to rank up your lower ranked weapons. This can be very useful when you haven't got any attachments on the weapon to make it decent. This is the technique I showed in a video a week or so ago and involves us dropping into a resurgence game, but specifically the pre-game lobby. We simply just go into the pre-game lobby, get a bunch of kills, and then leave before the game starts. This method can be an insanely fast route to XP, and I gained over 2,000 weapon XP every 1.5 minutes when I was doing this, although this was with a double weapon XP token on. Oh, and by the way, make sure you do put on your double weapon XP tokens for any of the techniques I'm going to mention here. It obviously makes them way quicker. Now, the reason I recommend this technique only for low level weapons is simply because if you want to go to max rank, it's going to be incredibly boring, especially when there are some great alternatives, such as the main method that I'm going to go over now. This involves us playing resurgence or limited time game modes, not playing plunder like many others suggest and like I did in the past. That being said, if you are looking for a chilled approach, dropping into plunder and just doing contracts is kind of a relaxing way to do it, but it's not going to be anywhere near as fast as some other techniques. Anyway, we're heading into resurgence, whether that's on Rebirth Island or Fortune's Keep. Just before we do load the game though, we want to optimize our class setup. Of course, we want to put on the weapon that we want to rank up. Then for the perks, it doesn't matter too much, but you want Pointman on as your perk too. Finally, if you are using a Vanguard weapon, make sure you do put Surplus on as your perk, as this gets us more weapon XP for every kill we get. Now that we've got all that, let's jump into a resurgence game. Ideally, you do want to fill your squad with people with the same objective as you. This makes it way better for spawning back in and for the weapon XP bonuses that we're gonna get. If you haven't got a squad ready, my Discord is a great place to go, and I recommend heading over to there. The link for that is in the description. Now, once we're in the game, we want to land somewhere relatively quiet. Somewhere away from the direct line of the flight path is usually a good way to do this. Once we're there, we want to get $7,500 and get our loadout as fast as possible to get the weapon we want to rank up, and of course our perks. Once we're all set, we want to get our first contract, and it'll be the first of many. The reason contracts are so good in Resurgence is because we can do loads in a short amount of time, and they do have bonuses that compound on one another. Basically meaning for each one you complete, you get a bonus. And if you complete enough, these bonuses get bigger and bigger and bigger until you're in insane amounts of XP. On Plunder, this just doesn't happen, and you don't get these compounding bonuses. So if you do 10 contracts in Plunder, you're gonna get as much XP for the 10th one as you did for the first one. Our primary targets for contracts are going to be supply runs, just because they spawn in so damn close to you and they're easy to do. Then after that, scavengers are great because all the boxes spawn close. Bounties are probably the worst, just because you can end up targeting someone who is just determined not to die, and you end up wasting about 3 minutes. To optimize the contract completion even more, make sure you use your squad. Have a system in place where one of you picks up the contracts, another completes them, then the others make sure they stay alive so you can respawn on them. When you do complete a contract, this is where the Pointman perk comes into its own. It allows you and your squad to skip those bonus levels of XP, and it works across the whole squad too, so if all 4 of you are running it, you're gonna have insane XP bonuses. This basically means you can get up to the 100% or even 200% levels of bonuses. So with a double weapon XP token and these incredible bonuses, you can start to see how it's possible to max rank a weapon so fast. I know the plunder contract method seems a lot more attractive just because you can't die permanently, but it is a lot slower of a method and you don't have those compounding contract bonuses. And if you do die in Resurgence, you can just fly back in on your squad, maybe go to the free loadouts, maybe just buy a loadout because you have so much cash from doing the contracts. And the amount of XP you get from a good game, or even a decent game, far outweighs the occasional bad one. I've tested a whole bunch of different weapon XP methods in Warzone, and this still remains the best technique. If you are looking to get ahead with not only just your weapon leveling, by the way, be sure to check this video out where I go over the best settings in Warzone Season 4. See ya!